think we're live. Oh, that was so weird. So at the moment I have two YouTube accounts sharing the same email, and I think that confused OBS, but I think we're okay now. Uh, that won't be a problem by the end of the year because I'm deleting the other account in January, but we'll worry about that later. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Where's my glove? Okay. Lots to do today. Ow. Got comic stuff. Got illustration stuff. Gotta work out a little bit. Gotta do all the good things. Okay. So let's remove my... Oh, hang on a second. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, YouTube. You can put your tutorials away now. Thank you very much. Okay. Where's my privacy screen? Boop. And where's my clip studio? Boop. Oh, yes. Can Obi go over here? There we go. Okay. Day so far has been pretty good. Really mundane. Got up, ran some errands, and came home, ate a salad, sat down, and got really mad at YouTube for a little while for not getting this stuff going because I was trying for quite a bit. Looks like OBS is changing up my settings too because this isn't set where it's supposed to. Why? Why? Oh dear. Oh goodness. Okay. Just want to get that covered up. I have to make a new one of these anyway, so I'm not like super concerned. What's some of this to show? Here we go. I'm in the middle of sort of reorganizing and rebranding, so to speak. Okay. So you're doing like a Hellboy thing, right? Like a collage? Oh, I should probably advertise it. I'm live, baby! Let me do that as well. Visit my own channel. And copy. And I gotta go to like Twitter and stuff. I only advertised a little bit when I first set up, so I need to be better about that. There we go. And I guess I don't really know anywhere else to do this. It's got cold all of a sudden. Alright, good enough for me. Okay. Yeah, I saw. I think it's a cool idea. Okay, I also need to make a borderless panel. How can I do that? I'm going to copy you and move you up hither. Ah, nope. That's not what I want. No. No. Don't do that. You know what? Let's do this. I'm still figuring out how these panels work. Okay, so now I have two of them, and they are separated. No, I don't want to move the whole freaking thing. Why? Slow, sure. No, don't do that. Okay, I think that was... Yes, that was the problem. Okay, cool. I am so smart. Hey, rude. What? Panel. Hello, panel. way! I just want to put a new panel in the middle. Ah! Back it up. Okay, hang on, hang on. Come on. Wish to move here. Shrinkity dinkity. I might just have to do whole new panels. Like, it's not that hard. It's just, like, I didn't want to have to. Let's see. Oh, I get it. I get it. I have to do this way. Right? That's kind of annoying. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna do a whole new thing. Okay. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. Goodbye and bye. Oh my god, cat, stop. Sorry, my cat was like clawing up the back of my chair. He usually does that when then he hops up, but then he goes on for too long and he's like tearing it up in the back. I gotta put some kind of like cover on it or something. I used to have one and I took it off to like clean it and then I forgot about it. I don't know where it went. Oh well. Okay, how do I want to do this? Let's remove the art from this one. Okay, and then let's delete this. Boop. And new guides. Is that close? I think it does it in the middle. Oh, is that why you've been on kind of a berserk kick? Honestly, like, I didn't actually finish, or I guess catch up to Berserk. I got kind of far, I think. I don't know how long it is anymore. It's hard to follow. It's good though, I really like it. Oh shoot. Where's my map? Is that you? Yes, yes, my map. Oh, I need it. Okay. Oh, you know what? I know what else I need to let know. Un momento. To answer, my mom texted me asking about a jacket that she can't find, and I don't know, mother. I have no idea where that jacket is. Text just crushed on me. I love that. I love that. I love feeling so professional on my debut. Okay. Linked, not kinked. That would be... Oh, no. Okay. Woo! That was maybe a little early to watch Shin Godzilla, and yet I probably would have watched it at, like, the same time. Yeah, I love Shin Godzilla. I think it's my, I want to say it's my favorite Godzilla movie, but honestly, the first one is just so good, and everything that makes Shin Godzilla great, it takes inspiration from the original, and, you just can't, you can't ignore that. I'm gonna move my mic here. I just feel like it's very far away from me. I'm still figuring out this setup. It's not quite, oops, it's not quite what I want it to be. Wow, look at me making a mess. But it's so close. It's so close. So very, very close. I just need honestly, I need a new monitor mount. The one that I'm using was a kind hand-me-down, but I can't make it any taller. And I would like to make it taller than my tablet so I can put it behind it, but my tablet's the same size as my monitor, if not a little bit larger. So I need to raise it up like a good 7 or 8 inches. And I cannot. Oh well. Okay. You know, I feel like it's a little bit blaspheme, but I didn't watch the original Godzilla until sometime in the last, like, 2-3 years. And, like, it's so good. I don't know why I hadn't seen it beforehand, and I really ought to have, because it's just, like, I don't know. I want to call it a masterpiece, but that, I feel like there's a certain degree of cinema that implies, that it isn't, but I love it. I love it so much. Uh-oh. My cat's got the zoomies. He's running around like an absolute feral animal. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to eyeball this a little bit. I think... Oh, that is the wrong tool. I need to actually make it. Where is it? That looks pretty close. A little small, but I think if I have it off... Oh, I didn't actually put the thing down. Oopsies! Well, we'll eyeball that too. Okay, that worked out. Cool. Yeah, it's a little short. It's a little bit short. Let's scoot this down. Let's scoot this down. Let's scoot this down. Thank you. Hello? Yes. Okay. Let's not leave that. Thank you. Yeah? 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 Close enough? Yeah, close enough. Okay, cool. Alright. And then, what was my grid here? Let's turn this back on. Not that one. That one. Let's move you into there. Thank you very much, Lee. Okay. I don't know if the anime for Godzilla's any good. I'm so picky when it comes to particularly anime, because I feel like sometimes it gets away with some pretty hokey writing that I simply can't abide. But I feel the same way about a lot of animation though. Like, there's this sort of mentality of like, well, we're putting all the budget into making people move, so you just get us to good enough with the writing, and we'll settle it that way. I don't know. I sort of wish that didn't happen. How am I gonna make these panels white? Can I just get rid of the border on this one alone, or do I have to do that separate? Just you. Just you. Main color. Can I do no color? Yes, I can. No border. Ha! Ha ha! I'm so smart. I think that means I have to move this down a little bit lower then, though. Ho ho ho. Okay. No, not that. No. Stop it. Stop it. Come on. Why are you selecting things but won't go away? Stop. What is wrong with this stupid thing? Oh my god. Okay. Alright. So. Hi. Thank you. Okay. No border. Yes. Okay, cool. Cool. And then... and move you up and down to account for the... No. Come on now. Let's do the right one. Thank you. This was my fault. I clicked the wrong one. Why? Only this one. Only this one. Only this one. Thank you. Okay. Stop it. Wait, does it matter? Does it matter? It's gonna be in white anyway. Stop. Jesus. I think I'm starting to hate this panel setting. Like, hi, select. Thank you for selecting. Can we just... Yes. Yes. Okay. I just want to give it a little bit more room because the panels account for the black for that spacing because the way it cuts the margin, it cuts, you can even see where the slightly bluer here, it cuts through the center of the black line, and I want this to look even. And I know we're only going to see where this panel does that, where the character's limbs sort of get cut off a little bit and where the bubble stops. But it matters to me, and I have to make sure it looks good. Okay, I think I got it now. I can stop being an absolute nightmare, and we can continue forward. Okay, so... I'm not dying inside, you're dying inside. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think making Godzilla larger has ever been a feature that I particularly care about. It kind of feels like... I don't know. Like the TSA, like they don't really do anything. But, it's just like icing, really. And there's such a thing as too much icing. To me, like, what makes Godzilla interesting is the things around Godzilla. So, like, the new powers, the new designs, the new features, whatever, I've always been indifferent on. It's like, how do the characters around Godzilla react to what's happening to or from or whatever. And that's partly why I think Shin Godzilla and the original are so good, is because it's about, oh god, there's a large creature just sort of barreling through town. How do we make that not happen? It's a really great metaphor for whatever it is that they are talking about, because both movies sort of do the same thing, but about different things. Not to say it isn't fun, like watching Shin Godzilla open up his predator jaws and just completely zap the absolute crap out of an entire city. Totally fun. Really not expected. Super gross. I loved it. And I like that the things that they did with Shin Godzilla were particularly to speak to its radioactive, tortured nature. Like, it's just really smart. I don't know. I'm not trying to poo-poo on your parade at all. Like, I don't want to yuck your yum. I do want to find out what my where are my... Ugh. Ugh, these panels. Why did I do it this way? Okay. We can turn that one off. So that panel is done and looks fine enough. Okay. I'm gonna have to tighten up these inks a little bit. They're a little... not tighten, but like... Oh. Right. I have to turn off these stupid guides and get rid of that. I do need to thicken up the lines a little bit. I might need to bring him smaller too, actually. Let me just so that there's a little bit more breadth there. I don't think... This is not a great crop, but I'm gonna cope. I'm gonna drink my copium and keep going. And yes, you are in the scene. Ho ho. Okay. We can get rid of this one. We can get rid of this one. Hello? We can get rid of this one. Thank you. What did I do? I turned that off. Okay. And this, we can do that. Yes, yes, it's coming together. Ooh. Okay. No. No. Oh, okay. I did want that off. Do not show ruler. Thank you. Oh. Forgot I had that on. Okay. Man, it's just hiccups. There's just so many hiccups today. Okay. Hello! Welcome, Johnny! Yes. Yeah. I finally zeroed in on what I want my sort of YouTuber avatar to be, and I'm going with an absolute goblin. It really is just a drawing of me, but green. And cuter. And less chubby. I might have to lean into the chubby, though. I think it'd be funny. I'm working on that, though. I had a salad for breakfast. Aren't I accomplished? I'll be right back. It's chilly in here, and I want a sweater. But I'm not gonna be more than, like, a minute. Because it's just a sweater. Anyway, I'll be right back. Fire warmth in my trash bin. Oh my gosh, man. I tell ya. I was wondering, like, oh wow, it's so cold all of a sudden. What could that possibly... It's raining. It's raining. Which has been really lovely these past few days. Not so much on the drive. I'm sure everybody has seen the, like, California drivers in the rain memes that come up every single time it rains in California. But they're not wholly untrue. On my way to work on Saturday, it was in the morning and I was driving out to my job, and it's like 30 miles from where I live. It's fine. But like, I got stuck in totally like gridlocked bumper to bumper traffic, which is not typical for my drive to work, especially in the morning. It's really not that bad on the weekends. And it turned out that somebody had gotten into a pretty awful car wreck. And then later that day, another one right around the corner from where I live. And if you pay attention to the noises of the rain in Los Angeles, that includes the rain dripping from the light posts and hitting the rooftops of your apartment complex, the cars just driving down your road, and that little slick, wet sound that the tires make as they go, that really pleasant sound. And then sirens. There's always sirens every time it rains. At least where I live, but I live in Los Angeles, so it's like, you know, if we were in somewhere a little bit more like suburban or even rural, I don't think it'd be as much of an issue at all. But the rain has been nice, which reminds me, I want to change this. I want to lean into it, guys. If you got tea, coffee, or cocoa, now is the time, my friend. Let's put on some rainy ambience. Because I can't hear it through my headphones. I've got the window closed. And I have to keep it closed because the position of my computer to the window, I get light in my peripheral, and I'm very picky, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Alright. You're an alligator in shambles. Shut up, you. Let me know how it sounds. I think I've got it high enough to where you can hear it, but, you know. Somehow people doing the streams are always wrong about how the audio is. Like, that's not me being snide either. That's just, like, kind of weirdly, genuinely true. I don't know why it is. It's kind of silly. Anyway. Time to do the thing I was supposed to do. All the hot water chads. Man, I should have made coffee. I'm not gonna get up and make you guys wait for making coffee because my whole method is like, I don't have like a machine, so it would take time. And I feel like we're already in it to win it, my friends. Okay. Speaking of being in it to win it, here we go. I should actually do my job. Okay. Okay. Ah. That was weird. It's like clip got stuck for a second. Okay. Let's focus on these two. Is this gray right now, or is it just because I'm out of the thing? It's just because I'm out of the thing. Okay, that's fine. Ba-ba. Ba-ba. Sorry guys, my mom's texting me again. Okay, you know, I'm gonna see if I can't help her find this jacket. She seems to think that I have it. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. I just need to... Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I just can't get started today. This is happening. But my mom's going on a trip and I can't delay this or I'll forget. I just want to make sure that I don't have it. Okay. Alright. Hang tight, guys. I love you. Okay, sorry about that. I think I'm back. I just sent her a bunch of photos of jackets. I'm not sure. I don't think any of them are hers. But some of them, I can't be certain. I don't wear a lot of jackets. It's not usually a very jackety time here. So, okay. Anyway. I just remembered one more thing I have to do now. Okay, I also have to let my client know that I'm working on this and streaming so he can chime in and see if he wants to. So that'll take like 2 seconds. I'm just gonna get the link. Do I still have that copied? I do. Cool, I can just do that. Anyway, while I'm doing this, how are y'all doing? How's your day? Did you take the opportunity to make a hot cocoa, coffee, tea? Is it raining where you are? Is the whole world wet right now? Ugh. What is my email? Where do I go? What is life? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Okay. Sending it to email. Today is the 17th. Okay. What are you doing? I just hear a bunch of thumping behind me and he's just like running around like a big dork. Which is what he is, to be fair. I think he just likes that I'm up and moving and he's excited because I'm keep moving to different rooms and I opened the closet, which he's not allowed to go into. Are you throwing a tantrum or are you just excited that you got to see inside of it? Oh no, are you chasing something? Oh, no, you are just fixed. Okay, cool. For a second, he seemed a little bit too focused. I was about to have a now what moment. Good news, guys. There's no now what moment. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, so, anyway, rough start. And clickety clackety, we're backety. I dread the possibility that I perhaps maybe still have that jacket. I maybe borrowed it. I can't confirm or deny whether or not I borrowed it. I can't remember. But if I did, it was before we moved to this location, to this apartment, which means that it's possible that if I have it, it's in a box in the closet. You know, stored away. But I don't remember. I cannot recall. It's possible. Okay. I live, I promise. Okay. So I need a pencil-like thing. Will that do? Do I like the red? I do not. It's weird. When I'm drawing traditionally, I prefer starting off with a red pencil, but working digitally with the red light, I don't really want it. I want the blue. I wonder why that is. I'm sure some science man will tell me with his science plan. Okay. let's turn this up a little bit because it's getting too much. Okay. Maybe I should throw some music on with this. Where's my mouse? Surely there's rain and medieval ambience together at once, right? Oh my god, no way. Not medieval without the music. Okay. Here we go. AI anime girl, take me away. Cool. Good enough. Okay. Oh my gosh. Why can't I find my window? Okay. Alright. I could do the rain separately, that's true. How goofy do I want to push this? I kind of want it to be really goofy. I want there to be a lot of, like, contrast in this. So, like, Whoa! Okay, buddy. What the hell? Sorry, I know you guys can't see this. My cat ran in, ran out, ran in again, jumped onto the wall and gripped, like, that little, like, area on the wall in the doorway. Why are you doing this? It is what? What? Why are you so angry? What is going on, buddy? Then you ran into the closet? Why won't you let me get started? Are you cold? Are you bored? Speak to me, tyrant. Oh, we're just being affectionate now. Okay. What did you want? Calm and normal now, huh? Okay. Alright. I'm gonna scream. Oh, jeez. You know, it's funny. This always happens when I'm going to stream. And not when I'm just sitting and... I mean, it does happen when I sit and work too, but, like, not to the same extent. Usually I'll be able to... Yeah, he's just running around like a crazed monkey. I swear to God, if this cat ever got thumbs, I'd be dead. He would just toy around with everything. I'd wake up and the stovetops would just be on, I'm sure of it. But yeah, no, he's just hyper. But it's normally fine. Like, the worst he'll do when I'm just sitting and working is he'll just sit next to me and meow a bunch, but then not let me pick him up and not tell me what he wants. Like, you know, sometimes when you can follow an animal and they lead you to what they want, he won't do that. He'll just, like, tee-hee and hide. Yeah, he's just playing with the other cat. We have, Tyrant and Dante. I have to watch this, though, because sometimes when they play, they start to get a little rough, and one of them starts to get mad, and they fight. Usually they work it out themselves, and it's fine. Like, they'll just separate on their own. But, every so often. Okay. But yeah, so the worst he'll do is, like, meow at me and then tee-hee walk away, and so I'll ignore it, and eventually he'll let me pick him up and he'll just cuddle up and be fine. But right now, He's like yelling at me and then running away and then running back and forth and going crazy and then yelling again. I can't take it. Oh, I can't take it. This is not funny. This is not funny enough. What am I doing? Why can't I rotate? Okay. I can make this funnier. He looks a little bit like a donkey, this guy. Hello! Welcome! And yeah, no, Tyrant's definitely a super chatter. He's not the chattiest cat I've ever met. But he's close. Certainly one of the needier ones. There we go. That's a little funnier. Should I stick his tongue out? Nah, it makes it look like he's dead. And he's not. Yeah. Do I need to make that bigger? I might. Yes. Okay. Okay. So. I think I've mentioned this somewhere. I think I said it on Twitter, and I was talking about it a little bit in a Discord chat with a couple people I was with, but I want to complain. I know. It's so outside of my, you know, personality type to sit here and complain, but certainly it happens, right? Every so often. So I've been reading Frankenstein. Finally. For the first time. Just like ever. I wanted to read it before I watched the new movie. I feel like it's really easy for a movie or another interpretation of a book to sort of shift your view on it when you finally do read it. It's not every time. Like, I'm going through Lonesome Dove with Will right now, and, you know, I saw the miniseries first, but now we're finally reading it, and I'm loving it so far. There's a few little details in the book that get missed in the series that really just adds to it. But anyway, but my complaints, my god. Listen, you're right. California. The old California complaints. But I am not saying that I don't like the book, because I do. I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving it. It's a lot of fun. I can kind of tell it was written by a teenager, if that makes sense. If I have to hear the word countenance one more time, I'm probably going to throw up, but I'm gonna see if I can make it through for the entire book. But I don't understand Vincent as a character. I feel like the book is trying to make him seem like this tortured soul with this horrible secret that he doesn't feel like he can tell anybody, and gosh, is that terrible that he created this monster or whatever. But, like, he has all these opportunities to try to help the circumstances that he sort of incidentally created in a way that doesn't out him for having created this thing, and he doesn't take it. It's super simple. Like, I'm not saying that it would have been, like, you know, successful, but the attempt. So I'm gonna try not to spoil anything, just because I know that it's like a 200-year-old book, but that doesn't mean, you know, I mean, spoilers are spoilers. If you haven't read it, then you don't know. But essentially, there is somebody who is suspected of murdering somebody else, and Vincent is of the opinion that it's not that person. Clearly, it has to have been his monster. And throughout this whole thing so far, he's like, I can't tell anybody that I did this, because they won't believe me. They'll think I'm a madman, and that'll be it. That'll be it for me, and that'll be it for them. They'll never think of me the same. And then he finds out about this circumstance, and he's like, oh, but it has to have been my monster. Alas, I can't tell them, because they won't believe me, and surely they'll just, you know, hang them anyway. So, I'll just sit here and do nothing. But, like, bro, all bro has to do is lie a little bit. Like, oh, haha, I saw some really suspicious character. He's got killer's hands or something. Like, I mean, my god, I don't know. Can you really believe that this person was capable of that crime when there's witnesses showing off, like, you know, at least me, a trusted person in this particular situation, that I saw somebody really suspicious? I think we should do our due diligence. Like, that's all he had to do. If they didn't believe him after that, then ooh, oh no. But, like, trying is so much, and he doesn't do it. And even still, it's also, like, not his fault, because nobody in the story is even a little bit curious, like, once. They'll be described as being curious, or they will be described as, like, you know, insatiable. So, like, Vincent, you know, his curiosity and drive to try to solve death or something was one of the reasons why he went into doing the things that he did. But, like, when he goes home after being where he was for a while, and his family is like, oh, it's so good to see you, but such sad tidings in which you're here. We wish to see you in better days, but here we are. And they're lamenting, oh, isn't it so sad that so-and-so did such and such murder? And he steps in, he's like, nuh-uh. They didn't do it. And they're like, oh, we wish for you to be correct. Oh, totally we wish for you to be correct. We can see in your benevolent countenance that you believe it to be so. Alas, the magistrate doesn't believe it, and all the evidence points circumstantially that it could have been this person, and therefore we're just not going to ask you who you think it is. We're just not going to ask you who you think it is. Nobody once asks him. Nobody says, man, we really don't want this person to have done it, and we want to find every reason for it to not to be this person. But also, like, you telling us that you think it's somebody else, and you have a reason to believe it, we're not going to ask you about that. And they proceed to not ask him about it at all. The entire time. So, I don't know. The people act very conveniently towards the story. For such tortures for this man. Once we finally do get to the creature, and we get to learn, like, what went on for him after certain moments when he became alone, it kind of picks up a bit. Like, it feels more unique and interesting. Like, it's a great concept and everything, you know, comes together. But it's still, like, convenience after convenience. I feel like the reason why this got so popular, aside from the fact that they were simpler times and simpler narratives, and this is so topical, too, with the, you know, the Tyrant. He's sniffing at my drawers. I've got some art drawers. Are you being naughty, or are you just being curious? He's being a cat. Anyway, and I get it. It was really unique for the time, and it was, you know, with the gosh, why can't I think of what they were called? The kind of doctors and scientists that would, collect, like, dead bodies through an underground market of people who would steal dead bodies from their graves, grave robbers and stuff. It was very topical, you know, because that was a big thing happening, and it was in the news, and everybody was super up in arms about it, rightfully so. But, like, I don't know, it seems like more of a time and place thing, where if this were released more recently, it would be maybe a little bit less on a pillar. I'm not saying it wouldn't be liked. I'm not even saying it wouldn't be loved. But I do think it would feel like a little bit less of a masterpiece. Okay, hang on. The cats are fighting. God damn it. God damn it. Hey, that's enough. Come on. Different rooms, please. There we go. Man. I think it's the rain. They're usually so calm. Yeah, no, he's absolutely Frankenberry. Yeah. You know, if they set up Frankenberry in this book, so far, I'm not far enough to speak on how I think I would add him, but if it's anything like the movie The Bride of Frankenstein, it's gonna be that Frankenstein's monster comes up to Victor and says, "You must make me happy. You are responsible for my happiness as my creator. I wish to have a berry-flavored friend for which I can eat upon and speak with, for I am lonely. I wish to talk to my food and have it talk back." That's what it would be. I, really love the, Universal Frankenstein movies. I have a singular complaint about The Bride of Frankenstein, because there's some things that I think that they do that is just absolutely brilliant. In particular, the bride herself. Again, I don't want to get into it. I'm not gonna just assume that everybody in here's watched it because it's old. But it's one of the things I don't like is they have these cutaways where it's Mary Shelley talking about her story to Lord Byron and the other guy who I think was actually her lover or boyfriend or fiance or whatever. And it's just like so of its time. But it takes away from the story. Like, they didn't need it at all. It was so unnecessary. I don't understand why it was in there. Where did I put his legs? I guess I didn't put his legs anywhere, because that's her leg. His head seems big. Listen, guys, I have a lot of opinions about stories and movies and stuff. You know what, Madara, I also think that this music is pretty nice. It's kind of relaxing. I'm pretty sure it's all, like, AI bullshit, but, like, as long as it doesn't get me copyright struck, I'll deal. There's this one channel I found that, has music that's all, like, human-made, and they have, like, a whole, you know, that's just their stance on it and whatever. And it's really cute, but it's, like, it's too cute. I'm not in the mood. I just need something I don't have to listen to. I think a lot of the time I'm gonna end up having my own headset and just listening to my own stuff too, because sometimes I gotta jam. Okay, you know what? Speaking of movies, speaking of opinions, and being really pretentious, and some kind of stereotype, I'm sure. I just watched one recently that, I kind of just came across on Instagram Reels. Like, it was just somebody who does movie reviews who basically said, "Guys, go in blind." So I did. And, he was right. It was really good. It's called Cobwebs. I'm not gonna say exactly what it's about, but I am gonna, because, like, I think I agree that you should go in blind. Like, don't even look at the trailer. Just watch it. Cobwebs. But it's a really effective horror movie, and it's kind of weirdly simple for what it is, but it's also, like, weird. It's really, really weird. It's sort of relies on a degree of it's a little, what's the word? It's got a little bit of an analog thing going on. Analog, is that that's not the word. Yeah. When something is an analog for something, it's, like, representative of it without being a direct metaphor. Right? Anyway, point is, it was really good. I was really surprised by it. It was very strange. And, if you're looking to have a weird horror movie night, I would definitely recommend Cobwebs. Good time. Like a good 8 out of 10. Maybe a 7. I just feel like I'm not quite getting his head right. Maybe I should look at people getting arrested. I just want him to look like some dude in Florida who just, like, got caught robbing a bank for his meth issues. You know, actually that works. I think the swirly eye just wasn't enough. Yeah. Yeah, that looks like him now. Oh, dude, the first Predator movie's a lot of fun. Very good. I can't do horror games on VR. It freaks me out. It's weird, you know? Like at least in a movie, I know I'm in a theater, but when you're in VR, you're like right there. You know, honestly, CQ, it's funny. I teach, right? And a lot of my clientele for that are like kids. And I've had one of them recently admit to me that he watched a movie on TikTok. And I don't know if any of you on here are old enough to remember the days where on YouTube, if you wanted to watch anime, it would be split into like 7 parts for a half-an-hour show. It just feels like a lot like that, but you didn't have to do so many clicks. But also, the clips are so much shorter. You can only watch it like 3 minutes at a time. Where at least with the YouTube version of this, they were like 7 minutes. Sometimes. Anyway. Whoa. No, I don't like that foot like that. Yep. I wonder if you can still find any of those hanging around, like if any of them sort of made it past the copyright stuff just for being obscure or strange or whatever. Same with movies too. I used to watch movies that way. I can't remember which ones I did, but it definitely happened. I don't think I like that either. I guess that, you know, simplest answer is the best answer. I just wanted it to look like he was in a scuffle. Yeah, I mean, Resident Evil 4 is the one that takes place in, like, Spain, right? With, like, the tentacle creatures that come up out of people's necks when you headshot them. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm maybe overdoing that arm a little bit. We're gonna break his sockets. Boop. Unless I move his torso. Oh, oh. Wrong tool. Ho ho! Is it me? Being clever? Maybe. Making it worse, perhaps? Actually, yeah. Yeah, I just made his neck, like, super crazy long. Okay. 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 Alright. Come on. Simplest answers. I'm gonna ignore his leg for now, and then I'm gonna get it after I get hers. shrink him head a little bit. Okay. Sorry, I keep yawning. Once I get started, it's hard to stop. I think I ended up just turning this dude into my punk rock unicorn character. Oh well. I think another thing I thought was kind of silly about Frankenstein, and I understand that this was done for like a dramatic entrance, but when the monster finally speaks, it's he does this like old speak, you know, Shakespearean, art thou wilt dost half doth, you know, which, like, sure, I guess. It's already kind of not that believable that he has the kind of speech that he does have when you finally get him to talk about his story or whatever. But, like, he doesn't keep that up. It just, that happens, it's the end of the chapter, the next episode starts, and he's speaking normal Victorian era, you know, fucking, it's not what her leg looks like. That's not what her... Nah! Whose figure am I drawing here? Okay. Yeah, it's just like normal Victorian era, like, Industrial Revolution speak. He is, though! Oh my gosh, he's such a theater kid. It's funny. You know, I think I might end up loving him, just kind of like ironically, I guess. But he's also like the archetype, like, for so many other kinds of characters, you know? He's the misunderstood poetic genius who's just, he did a wrong, but gosh, do we still love him because he's ever so trying. He's still a good person in the end. And his family is very good. They're so good, in fact, they adopted 2 different people, and they don't care about things like what race they are, where they come from, a caste system, or whether or not they're women. They're gonna be educated, and they're gonna take care of them, because we're good people. And just, like, they just lay it on so thick. He's a good man from a goodly family. Oh, they do love him ever so much, with their benevolent countenances. Oh, we're all so in love. We're all so in love. The benevolence, oh, the countenance of benevolence. It's just, it's every other sentence. The most benevolent of countenances upon his brow. I'm drawing this two-figure like, I think. Oh, what am I doing? You know, so, hang on, oh yeah, Nose Monster's also a theater kid, to be honest, but at least he's, like, got a fascinating validation for his real actual anger, and he's not just throwing himself across the chaise lounge. What year was Frankenstein written? Hang on. Frankenstein! 1818. Okay. I think it's interesting that she chose to hide his name and just have you just sort of pick it out whenever somebody else in his own story that he's telling brings it up. Like, oh, my dear Frankenstein. Victor, you look so sick. He doesn't, like, introduce himself. Which is fine, because he's telling the story to a different person who's writing it down, so we can assume that he doesn't need to introduce himself to the person who's doing that. But the person who's doing that doesn't ever introduce his name. And he's writing to his sister, who has never met this man. It just seems a little bit like, while it's an artistic choice, and I dig that it kind of adds to the mystery of it, I would only say that it worked if it had, like, I don't know, a different form factor of writing, you know? Like, right before we finally hear from Victor, the main character, who is the narrator of the character, he's not really the main character, he's just the narrator. I don't remember his name, but essentially he's writing back and forth to his sister. We're only seeing his letters and not hers. And basically, we're getting cues into his life and how they weren't raised to be, you know, super intelligent, you know, like they weren't really well educated, and how he fought and climbed for this because he's a man who wanted to learn and to travel, and he became such a man. And that's cool, that's fine. Yeah, I dig it. And then he starts talking about, like, oh, but I'm ever so lonely. Like, listen, my sister, my dear sweet sister, whom I love with all my heart, and I respect with every fiber of my being, my dear sweet sister, you, the person who I'm complimenting right now in this letter, again. I'm on this expedition. I'm gonna be on this expedition to the northernmost part of the poles because of, well, I don't want to bore you with the details again, but you understand, right? Anyway, it's so cool up here. I'm not really making friends, though. Like, I mean, the crew's nice and all, but I'm sad because I'm lonely because nobody else out here is a scientist like I am. And nobody can make friends on the ice. I mean, what are the odds, really? Dear sister, my favorite sister, my best sister, who's the best sister in the whole wide world, I love you to bits, dearie, dearie me, you're so beautiful, and I love you, and I love you. Guess what I found on the ice? I found a man. A scientist man. He's so beautiful. You won't even understand it. He's the sweetest, most gentlest man in the world. I'm in love. He's really cool, and I love. He's just, you know, he's describing Victor. I just picture him like twirling his hair and like kicking his feet on his bed. Like, I met a guy. Okay, maybe I should have listened to my original design here. I'm getting distracted, making fun of this book. This book. Okay. Yeah, she's really not in the right space at all. Should I bring one of her legs up like she's crouching? Nah. I kind of like it getting cut off, though. Let's bring her back down. We'll bring him down, too. He's already down. Just widen her stance. We'll scoot him. We'll rotate him. Oh, I'm ever so caught. Oh, dear me. You surely did defeat me. Why is my head so big? And my lady, you're quite small. Wanna make you a little bit smaller now. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, there we go. Like, I think his head's definitely still bigger than hers, but, like, you know. Yeah, maybe. Listen, there's just all the people in the, working for the postal service at the time were just passing all sorts of stories about monsters back and forth. They all start with, oh, my sister, my sweet, beautiful sister, or fiance. Oh, to you, the woman I'm writing to. I, the main character, the man of the family, am going to go do thing and find vampire. Oh, I did, sister. I did go do thing and find vampire. Oh, dear. It's just all the letters from the early 1800s. That's all there is. Our postal service is gonna start to grow into a, vampire hunter sort of covenant, like in the Van Helsing movie. We do not know from whence you came, but we know that you came to us. You are now a vampire hunter. Good luck. I feel like this pose is lacking a certain sense of good. Maybe I'm thinking about the mannequin too much on this. I'm gonna pause this and try again with... Let's just go a little bit more tightly over what I already did, because, like, it was working, what I had, it just wasn't anatomically correct or on model, which is fine, but maybe having her, like, more hunched over and crouched like this means I don't have to worry about where the hell her cape goes on her trench coat. I need her silly little design. Where'd I put my mouse? There it is. There she be. Click. That's right, that's what her boots look like. Okay, cool. I mean, I knew that, and I was testing you guys, and nobody corrected me, so you failed. Alright, Madara, have a good break. Enjoy. I'm glad you're happy. Nice. I also made a sandwich. It was very yummy. What do you like to eat? Please let me know. My dear sweet sister. I do so miss your most benevolent countenance. Today I made a man cry. His countenance was less benevolent, but so very sweet and sickly in his form. That is a shoe. We are going to believe that that's a shoe because I said so. I have to come up with this figure upside down. You'd think I'd be able to do that by now. Alas, alas, I probably can. Okay. Yeah, I could already feel this being the better method. I can't believe I got caught up in that mannequin. How dare I? What is wrong with me? Ugh, fire me now! Okay. Okie dokie. Welcome back. I mean, you never left, so, you know, that's cool. But, you know, cool. Meh. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of all of them. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Nice. That'll be fun. Gel pens can be pretty cool. You know, at some point, Madara, if you've got, like, black paper, sometimes gel pens will, appear pretty solid on those, and that could be a lot of fun. Like neon lights. Yes, yes, now I can hide, like, half her body this way, and I don't have to draw it. Yes! Okay. Alright. Cool. Cool. Alright, what was her face like? There's something going on with this head that I'm not liking. I'm gonna draw it too small because I really like the gesture of this head, and then I'll just make it bigger. What side of her face is this? This is the lots of hair side of her face. Okay. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, cool. Alright, yeah. Personally, when it comes to colored papers that you can use art materials on, I'm pretty fond of Canson. Here, hang on, let me show you. There's a particular line of papers they have that are really nice. Excuse me, it's the Mitente? Mitent? I'm saying this wrong, hang on. Tons? Is Canson French? I don't know. Anyway, where is it? Copy image. Copy. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, there's this line, and it's spelled, this. The paper is, pretty tough. It's not great with liquid, so I wouldn't use anything that would get it wet for a lot. Like a little bit of rubbing alcohol or something here and there can be fine for like blending, but I wouldn't like paint on it. It might still warp a little bit. But what's nice about this is it's really toothy. Like it's got a really nice texture to it. There's two sides. The one that you can see in the photos, like that gridded tooth, which personally I dislike. I don't like it. The other side's a lot more like paper looking. But I think, you know, you can use both. And it comes in all sorts of colors. The black is really good. It's a nice solid, even color. I really like the Moonstone. It's this really lovely sort of soft pinkish color here. I think this one actually is Moonstone. Hang on. This one here. It's just this nice pinky gray. It's lovely. It looks good with pretty much every dry material I've used on it. So if you get to a point where you want to do traditional or analog, whatever, dry mediums with some colored paper, that's what I would recommend. It's very versatile, and it's very pretty, and it's, I don't think it's super expensive. Let me see. This one. Let me go. Let's visit. Let's go shopping together, guys. Let's look at art supplies. And you want to get something thicker. Hang on, I gotta get rid of all my... I don't want to sell my data. Okay, cool, thank you. No, we're fine. Thank you. Can I just... No. No, let me look at your paper. Jeez. Okay. And no price. Okay, cool, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Kanzon. That was only a little annoying. Anyway, if you've got like a decent art store around you, obviously you might have to buy online, but they come in pads and they come in separate sheets. Where I teach, we buy the sheets and they're pretty big and they'll last a little while. You want to get something that's like 140 or 120 pound, because then it'll be a little bit thicker. I think we use 140. And it's cold press, so you get that nice texture. Yeah. Highly recommended. Thank you for coming to my art supply TikTok. Détente. Okay, you know what, Eric? I will take it. That's probably correct. I've only ever seen it written down, and that just sounds right. We got those extra syllables in there. Not syllables. Vowels. Listen, if I was going to be an English teacher, I would have been better at English, but here I am. I'm an art teacher, and I'm better at art than I am at language. I'm pretty sure that's French, though. Okay, you know what? Now I want to know what that means, though. Hang on. Oh. Midtones. And I was right, it's French. Midtones. I feel like I could have just sussed that out, but I didn't. Here we are. We're all looking a fool together. I know, dude! Like, you look at, Prismacolors, are you kidding me? All that French, you look at that, and you're like, I'm so smart. I know how to say red in French now. Rouge. Tuscan Rouge. See, look, I'm learning. Oh, I do ever so love those Prismacolor pencils, though. Gotta correct that mask, it's leaning a little bit funny. Somebody's yelling at me. I just gotta make sure it's not my mom. She's looking for her jacket, Juicy. Oh! I may have found it. I think it's funny when you have one kind of phone, like an iPhone or whatever, and somebody else has another one. I have an Android, and both of my parents have Apple product phones, and instead of just showing the little emoji when they react to an image or a post, like, oh, I liked this comment or whatever, I'll just get a text that says, liked an image. Ugh. Oh, Giclée. Oh, my heart for Giclée. Man, so Eric, I'm sure I would be honored if I introduced this person to you. Not like as a person, I don't know her specifically, but I mean like to her work. I wouldn't be surprised if you weren't already aware though of Wiley Beckert. What she'll do is she'll make these pieces and then get them giclée printed onto watercolor paper or some other kind of, you know, art paper, and then she'll paint over that. You can do $30 printer giclée? Are you kidding me? I found a professional place where it was like $150 and you had to buy more than one. Oh, man. Oh my gosh. I love my mom. I love her very, very much. There's just something kind of funny about, I was, going through my closet helping her find this thing, because, like, she's probably right. I probably borrowed this jacket. I don't remember it. But I went through my closet, and she doesn't know. She doesn't know that it's a hassle to check my closet. She has no idea that the doors on my closet are, like, the wheels on the slidey door are just, like, terrible, and they fall off all the time, and I have to replace them. So I went through this whole effort of dragging it open, and she didn't know I'm streaming. She has no idea. She has no clue. But here I am. I was like, oh, I just can't get started. I have to go check this thing, or I'm gonna forget to do it, and then she won't have a jacket for her trip. So I do all this, and I take a bunch of photos of a bunch of jackets, and I send it to her, and she gets back to me just now, and she's like, I think it might be this one. That's okay. I have another coat I can use. No! No, mother! Why? Just make me mail it to you. It's fine. It's not fine. I don't want to mail a jacket. It's gonna be expensive. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Just, the funny things in life. Yes, Wiley Beckert is fantastic. Oh, I love her work. Giclée is also just fun to say. Her head too wide. Her ear popping out too much. Yeah. See, look at that, makes her head smaller already, and all I did was move the ear. She doesn't have a brow either. She's too cheeky. There we go. Balance. Her head's not that big, but her hair does poof, so I can probably just get away with that. What are you up to, Eric? What's going on in your world? I feel like I don't see you around all that much. Then again, I've not really been in a lot of streams recently, so that also could just be it. Oh, her head's still too small. It needs to be bigger. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-boo. Boop, 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 boop. Beep boop. Over. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. How do tubes work, Maya? You should know. That's cool. Maybe I shouldn't have it so upright either, though. Are you guys feeling the perfectionism coming out of your monitors here? Because let me tell you, it certainly is coming out. What's the expression? In the process we trust indeed. The game. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Especially when he chooses ones that have, like, a lot of repetition in it, like, whoever's playing it is just going through the menus over and over and over again. Or if it's, turn-based combat ones I find to be a little bit frustrating to listen to and to play, honestly. I'm just a little bit not impressed by them, but that's me. Yeah, sometimes I'll end up like... Well, I have to turn the volume on Dan's streams way, way up every time because it's always so quiet. I feel like it's gotten a little bit better recently, but... Can't say I don't turn it up a whole lot still. If anybody's thinking about it, I 100% stole her hair from Calvin and Hobbes. I don't know if my client knows that. I don't think you'd care. I think you'd find it funny. Especially since it works. Like, his original design for her was pretty close to this, I think. Chin too long. Do 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 do. Sure. I am not caught up on Chainsaw Man at all. I've only watched the first episode, maybe the first 2 or 3. I liked it a lot. I just, I prefer subs, and I can't watch subs when I work, so I tend to put a lot of anime off. I think American voice actors, maybe, I'm very picky. I should save. If any of you guys out there are doing art too and you haven't saved in a hot minute, now's the time. You know, thinking about how I do this, you know, a lot of sculpting, a lot of back and forth, a lot of like shifting around or whatever. In particular, because I'm trying to stay on model for a character, you know. There's a lot of hiccups in my process, which I'm accustomed to. I really ought to find a way to streamline this better, and I think part of that will just end up being the more I do it and do more gesture work. Like, I really need to get back into a regular figure study, you know, groove. I haven't done it in so long. Will help. But it's one of the things I've noticed that a lot of comic book artists don't struggle with as much. Like, I think some do. I haven't watched a whole lot of professionals on their streams. I know there's a few that do it. But, like, just as, like, an example, you ever sit and watch, like, Ryan's stream? He doesn't go back over figures a lot like this. Like, a bit, right? But he'll, like, gesture a whole bunch of stuff and then go in afterwards. And there's this phrase I learned somewhat recently. I don't remember exactly where it came from, but my boyfriend Will said it, and I thought it was really smart. And it's, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. The idea being that, like, if you don't sit and correct a whole bunch of stuff right off the bat, then you could just get a bunch of stuff done all at once. And thinking about that, I think that might be part of what slows me down, is just a lot of this back and forth. There's a lack of confidence in how I'm creating these figures. Food for thought. It's kinda it. It's just not the clearest pose I could have chosen for this, though. Maybe upright was right. See what I'm saying? Like, you hear what I'm talking about already? Maybe I should redo it again. Ha! I am streaming. It is streamline. Oh, you caught me. Oh. Yeah, CQ, I feel you're right. There's a lot of the, huh, you don't even know where you are, do you? Well, you know, like, it's just very arc. It's very, how do I put it? It feels theater, you know? I like some of that realness. Nice. Sorry, it's got some good news. Cool. And... yay! Okay, cool. My sister, she's also an artist. She, however, took the correct route and kept it more of a hobby and just does it for funsies, so it doesn't get tainted by the pillar of needs. She just sent me... She likes to do these whiteboard drawings at her work. And she did this one recently of, the Joker driving Batman somewhere. It's based off of an actual, like, clip from the show. But she's making it about the Joker driving Batman to Thanksgiving. It looks really good. Here, hang on. You know, I'll just share it. It's fine. She already gave me permission I could, so I'm gonna do it. Open a new link. Copy. Look at this. My sister did this. It's so fun. She was just telling me that she's redoing the black because she got a new marker. This is fun. This is good. The idea that Batman's the one who's like, are we there yet? It's so out of character. It's so good, though. The Joker would turn around, too. He'd do it right now, even. Anyway. Just wanted to share that. It's very enjoyable. I'm going to accept the mistakes that I have in this panel, and I'm going to keep moving because it's still better than it was before. Here's the big kicker, guys. I am redoing this panel. I'm redoing actually the whole 2 panels of this because of what it was before. It just didn't work. So, here. Here's what it is going to be. Oh, see, I should pull her back up again. What is... yeah. Okay, it doesn't matter. Here's where it's about to go, right? What it was before, though... So it's like, you know, he gets punched, and she starts to arrest him. This bug guy finds the sack of money, and she's like, nuh-uh, haha, silly boy, not for you. Money's for people who, you know, are banks, the people banks, not for you. And what it was before was this. Which is just, it's too many steps, it's too small, you know, this book's not going to be very large, it's going to be like 8 by 10. Too many details, too many little things, too much background, unclear, without a lot of motion, it's very stiff, you know, it's very, very stiff. So we're moving on to, we're doing this. There's a lot more motion, it's a little bit more close. I'm merging 2 panels together into one, and it reads way, way better. So yeah. So I'm going to bring her head back up again, because, like, I don't know, it's just clearer. And maybe it is still too small. I feel like I keep carving it down every time I try to get her cheeks in. I have to remember, too, that, like, her shoulders are not that much larger than her head. Like, these are fairly anime proportions as far as that's concerned. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. And the interior of her coat is white anyway, so I don't have to worry about, like, how I'm gonna block in all that black. It's gonna look fine. Wait, so the lady in the show's named Santa Claus? That's kind of funny. That's, like, very, it's very JoJo, you know? Naming everybody after something that's already got, you know, meaning behind it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is like, oh, this guy is Speedwagon, named after famous singers, Speedwagon. Or, these are the crazy weird twins, Oingo and Boingo. Gee, I wonder who they're named after. I think Santana makes an appearance. Some of them are named after, songs. That's another one I'm super not caught up on. There's a lot of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, though. Like, a whole lot of it. I don't think you necessarily have to go through each one individually to get the last one, either. I'm pretty sure it's a lot like Final Fantasy, where you can just kind of start in one season and you don't need to know the other ones. Maybe it helps, but... she looks like emotionless. There we go. Here's your Space Miranda rights. I got them right here for you. Anything you say can and will put you into plasma jail. Space jail. Oh man, okay. So, yesterday, a bunch of us got together in Dan's server and, watched Krull. I'd never seen it before. I'd barely heard of it. Only when they announced that they were gonna do it. It's so fun. It's so much fun. It just a lot of, like, cool set dressings and special effects, and it's a real simple story. Like, it's very, one of the things I really like about 80s fantasy movies, like sci-fi or, you know, not medieval, whatever, is that what they'll do is they'll have a really simplistic story. Something that's just like, oh, the woman needs saving, so the man has to become a hero, and call to action, blah, 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 hero of a thousand faces. Or, you know, something really basic like that. And they'll use it as an excuse to be weird. Because it gives them elbow room to, like, represent something as being strange. So, like, there's a scene in Krull where, the not Merlin character has to go and do something to sacrifice himself for the cause, maybe, or, you know, get what he needs and be okay. There's just that there's that potential, and we've grown to like this character. He's been helpful and knowledgeable, and he's like kind of the father figure of the story because everybody else's dad is dead, which is really funny in a way. Like, it wasn't comical when it happened, but, like, you know, there's no dads now. So he steps in, he's like, no, I have to do this. I might die, but it's worth it for what we're doing. We're literally trying to save the entire planet. And he goes in to, like, avoid this giant spider creature just so he can talk to his, like, ex-wife, who is there as, like, punishment for something. And it's just, like, a really bizarre, almost unnecessary part of the movie. But it kind of adds a lot. Like, it's a great character moment for this guy. We learn a little bit more about him, so he's not just a, you know, sage, you know, whatever person, you know. And he, we also get to see this really sick spider. This really cool special effect of it. It's like a puppetry and stop motion, but also, like, the spider's design is like this clear, white, glassy sort of a look. And it's just kind of a sad moment, and it's a really cool idea, like everything that gets introduced there. And it's just really, really strange. Totally unnecessary. Really got us in it. They had the room for it, because we already know what the story's gonna be. They're gonna save the woman and save the day. So we have room for it. There's nothing weird to establish. It's not going to affect the rest of the story. It just affects the way we see this character. It's more intimate, and that's nice. We like intimate moments in stories. And I'm not saying that in a, like, we like it in this house kind of a way. I mean, like, okay, alright. Are we back? I think we're back. My internet went out. So that was cool. I think the music's off. I think I killed it because it was like, I don't know. It seemed smart. Man. Yay, we're back. Okay. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Well, was that the only time it went out? Like, have there been like hiccups or cutoffs or anything? Because like OBS is telling me things have been fine. And so has YouTube Studio. Says my connection is excellent. I get the little green circle. It's really nice. But have there been any hiccups I'm maybe not aware of? Okay, if that's the only time, that'd be good. That would be nice. Every so often, my internet provider just sort of cuts out. It's only been happening kind of recently, but I don't know why it is. It might be the weather. I've also noticed that sometimes during the fall, it happens more often with my data too. So maybe it's like a holiday usage issue or what have you. Well, I'm gonna take a second to grab myself a drink of water here. Now that I know that we're technically back, and I've been sitting here for almost 2 hours, so I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna get a cup of water. I'm gonna recommend you guys do too. Fight off those embolisms. We don't need any aneurysms here in this classroom. And I will be right back. And then, you know what? Let me put the music back on, actually, so you guys aren't just sitting here in, like, absolute silence. Because we're in the same room, and you don't have access to your own music. That's all I'm saying. Let's see here. Let's do Rainy Castle. I wonder if there's gonna be, like, a Halloween castle, like a vampire castle. Some of these titles, like, relieve stress with heavy rain and intense thunderstorm sounds in medieval castle. You know what? Rain Castle, AI man. I might do it. Heavy rain on old castle with thunder sounds. Ooh. Ooh, I like the yellows on this one. Okay, stormy night at a cottage castle. You had me at yellow. I'm just gonna show you guys the yellow. This is just faster. Look at this. It's pretty, and I like it. Hooray! Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get my water, and I'm gonna walk around. I will be right back. I'm not gonna be gone for more than like 5-10 minutes. I don't want to save that, thank you. I promise I will be around. I'm just trying to get my ducks in a row. I'm leaving to get a drink right now. Okay, hi. Oh no, I didn't actually click the music. Now you guys sat here in silence regardless of what my choices were. I'm sorry. Oh, there's no music! You know what? I will do it. I will do two things. Let's do jazz. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm here. I am also eating a little bit of curry. We made curry last night, and I got up and I was like, oh, me hungo. So I made some. Just heated it up. I promise I won't, like, mukbang into the mic. Do you guys have favorite meals to have when things get, like, kind of gloomy out? It was rainy the other night, and I went to go visit my Nana, and she'd made stew, and that was lovely. Oh, cool. I think I put too many potatoes into this curry. I also ran out of chili oil. I was a little mad. Oh, cabbage soup is good. I should figure out dinner tonight. I've got time, but I think I'm cooking, so I should figure it out. I'm gonna take this casual break to just message my boyfriend and ask him what he wants for dinner. So I don't know. I made birria once, and it turned out pretty good. I've been thinking about trying again. I don't think I've got the stuff to do it right now, though. Plus, I would have had to have started it, like, earlier, because it's like a slow cooker thing. I guess I could technically start it now. I also made curry kind of recently, where instead of regular russet potatoes, I switched them out for some, uh, just some, like, nice, light, sweet potatoes. And that turned out excellent. Like, I know it's not, like, a huge shift in it, and I'm sure plenty of people do it all the time, but, like, I was pleased with it. Okay. I'm gonna take one more good, big bite, and then I'm gonna get back to work. Hot. Hot, ow, hot. Don't make fun of me, I'll cry. Okay. Oops. Let's try that again. no. Oh, it's just water. Okay. I thought I just smeared like curry sauce on my face because I felt something cold when I wiped my hand across my bangs. There's just water from my water cup. We're good. We're good. We're only a little messy, guys. We may be GrossGiirl, but we're not that gross. Okay. Water attained. Yeah, okay. No, you know what? I think I do like the arm up now. Why should anybody make up their minds about anything? I mean, really. We'll just scoot his shoulders over. Or move his head down or something. It's a cartoon anyway. I can get away with whatever I want. I can make his superpower picking his nose. I can do it. Don't tempt me. I'll change the story. What script? What client? This is Booger Man. This is his life now. Let's see here. There. Yep. 70 billion? I mean, I'm sure that's a crazy number for pretty much anything. I mean, this is news to me, man. No idea. One could speculate. I'm probably not going to. Did the deal go through and they bought it? Or are they just saying that they want to? Yeah, this is looking nicer. Past me was right. That's more fun. Mm. It'd be a massive company for an entire country to own. Pretty influential. Yeah, that kind of makes sense to me. And listen, you know... Ooh. Interesting. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on that before I really say anything definitive on my opinion of it, but the one thing I will say is I'm not really too fond of a government owning any kind of entertainment industry. But maybe that's just me. Now I'm wondering if maybe it was funnier when his head was flatter. I'll leave it for now. It's a good drawing. Oh, hey, hello. Go away. Wrong color. Does anybody else equate, or I guess not equate, but like kind of connect smooth jazz with Christmas? Like, that's just the time of year where you listen to the most smooth jazz? Because, like, for me, and this is maybe a little silly, I have some fond memories as a child walking in the mall at Christmas to get presents for people when I was, like, pretty young kid, you know? And that was just the kind of music they would play over the, like, this nice smooth, like, saxophone just over the player. It wasn't, like, annoying Christmas, like, pop songs. It was just that. I don't remember which mall it was or how old I was, but, it was a fond, momentary memory. Yeah. Like, I can totally get behind anybody out there who's, like, Whiplash style into jazz. Like, smooth jazz in particular. I respect it. But I feel like I need a mood. It's a mood thing for me. Like, right now, this is totally appropriate. A little rainy out. I put the rain sounds on just to make it a little bit extra. And this is lovely. I like this one. It does the job. I don't think I'd buy the album. But, you know, It's giving, okay? It's giving. What a student tell me recently that my outfit was giving, what did she say? Rebellious bad girl. I was wearing, jeans and a Muppet t-shirt. But I recently shaved my head, and I have a mohawk. And, I do have a brow piercing, so there's that. Madara, not only have I watched Full Metal, it's my favorite, like, franchise show. Or I guess anime franchise you could call it. I don't really know. The 2003 one is, not good, but it got me started, and there's a lot about it that I love. It's just that most of the things about it that are good come from the manga. And the manga is genius, and I love it, and it's the best, and I love it. Brotherhood was good. It did a good job trying to pick up the pieces and turn it into closer to what it's supposed to be. I think it dropped the ball a few times, but, you know. Yeah. I'm definitely a Full Metal fan. I have to show you guys something silly. I'm gonna pause this real quick. I have to show you guys something really silly. Let me just open this up. I know you guys can't see it yet, but you will. I have, I've switched my music to, using Winamp. Because, I just got tired of not owning my music, man. But also just because we canceled Spotify, and it just seemed like a good time to make the switch. So, display capture, game capture, what am I looking for? Browser, window, there it is. And I just want to show you guys something silly. So I got my Winamp. Oh no. Oh no. Is it only gonna let me show it in parts? That's a little silly. Okay. Alright. Because it counts as 3 separate windows. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna copy paste a screenshot. Hang on. So the great thing about Winamp, if you don't know, is that you can put skins on it. That's not what I'm looking for. There it is. And there's an archive of a bunch of skins from like the mid to early 2000s, pre-2010. And right now, this is mine. It's got Flyleaf too, my god. They don't age as well as I thought they might. I also have, okay, hang on. I have to show you some of the other ones I have too. Some of these are really cute. No, I don't want that. Wrong button. Winamp. Skins. Let's see here. I got a Cardcaptor Sakura. I've got a couple of Sakura ones. There are so many of just Cardcaptor Sakura. But I think it's because, she's just the most aesthetic. Hang on. Oh. Copy. Like, really aesthetic. I've also got, hang on. Got this really cute one. That makes it look like it's just, Link's Awakening. Hang on, this is really cool. And like the little chain chomps. Hang on, oh my gosh. The chain chomps in this are the equalizer. Come on. Come on, it's so good. Yeah, no, it's, Full Metal Alchemist is just fantastic. And you know what, Eric, you're right. Here's the weird thing. I never watched that one as a kid. I heard all the music, And you're absolutely right. That is dead on exactly why that's a thing. But I didn't watch it for the first time until, like, I started dating Will. So, like, sometime after high school. I just managed to skip it. I never really was a big Peanuts fan. That might be different now as an adult, but I've not actually sat down to read any of it. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna show you just one more. I got a really cool Roy Mustang one. Hang on. Let me see here. Where is he? Yeah. Yeah, this is a cool one. Hello? Did you paste it? Yes. Okay. I pasted it into this. I didn't mean to. Yeah. The good stuff. Oh, man. What's that? Why did that happen? How weird. Oh, well. Whatever. Anyway. Alright. No more distractions. I'm back to work. Back to it. Okay. It's one of the things I thought was really upsetting. I've been rewatching the 2003 series with Will, and one of the things that I found to be really frustrating is that Ed has no growth in the original series. In the manga, he has loads of it. He doesn't just grow as a character. You see his character design grow with it. He becomes stronger, more masculine, older looking, you know. I know part of that is because the artist was working on it for so long, but it's not accidental. She wanted him to look like he was getting more mature. And he does. Everything has meaning. And in Brotherhood, they do their best to do that, and I think they do a pretty good job. But, like I said, anything from the original 2003 anime that's any good, 9 times out of 10 is because it came from the manga somewhere. Save for a couple of animation shots. And a couple of concepts I think are really cool. But, yeah, it was a little bit of a mess. You know what was weird, Madara? Is, and I could be wrong on this. My recollection of that whole thing was that the, person who started the blog that was the catalyst for that entire thing admitted that they made it up completely. It was just a way to vent about things in their life by creating drama, and people just sort of jumped on the bandwagon to join in. Now, there could be some part of that that's untrue. I haven't looked into this story since, you know, I was, you know, it was like 10 years, you know? But my recollection was that the whole thing turned out to be a big old crock of shit. And it really affected him deeply. I think it would be worthy of, your time, and mine too. Like I said, it's been a long time since I looked into this, to actually, like, look and see how that really turned out, especially now that there's been time away from that. Ew, there's sunlight coming through my window. I bet it's really pretty out right now. Oh, the soundtrack was fine. I think some of the songs from the show itself were really cool and dramatic. I kind of wish they had more than just like 3 songs. The opening, closing songs were fine. I've never really been a huge fan of J-Rock. And of its time, it was very much of its time. But, like, I love the Brotherhood opening with, like, that first one. I don't remember her name, who sung it, but, you know, that one. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, geez, man. Alrighty. Nasty. Sometimes things happen in the world that just make you want to vomit, honestly. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I should definitely look back into that. Vic Mignogna, right? Vignog. Alright, I'm just looking at Wikipedia. Oh wow, this went all the way through to 2022. Dismissal and increased attorney's fees to Riel and Toy to 282,000 from 100,000. Denied appeal. Filed petition for review of the Supreme Court, which was denied again. 2019, Judge Chupp dismissed 7 of 12 claims under Texas Citizens Participation Act. I don't know what that means. Dismissed remaining claims under Acts of Free Speech Protection. Yeah, oh, wow, yeah, this is messy. Dislike. Greatly dislike. I hate everything. I hate all of this. It's very, very bad. Icky. Okay. Well, I'll look more into it later. It might not. It's Wikipedia, you know, like... I guess maybe it's less of a legal thing there, so it saves space by not, you know... I don't know. That's too bad. Should I have her leg? lifted a little bit. Like, should they even be cut off there? I feel like maybe they should float. Let's see what it looks like without the gray. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it, but it kind of feels weird that that's the only thing being cut off. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it. I could always move her around. Just get, Oh, wrong button. Thank you. Sorry, there's like a little fruit fly that made it into my desk area and is deciding that it likes my face. Not even where I want to put this arm. I feel like maybe not. For my Americans in the audience, you doing anything for Thanksgiving? Any big family dinners? What are you making? I think I'm gonna just make cookies. Because, I want to make something that I can send to 2 different dinners, because I'm only showing up to one, but I want to participate in the other, you know what I mean? Well, you give your thanks, sir. But what are you making? Oh, dude, Eric. Would that I could. Alas, I am many time zones away. But let me tell you, whatever he's cooking, I can smell it from here. All he's gotta do is send me a photo. Dude, did you see that baked brie he posted? Like, oh my god. I don't even like nuts that much. It just looked amazing. Listen, CQ, I know that you don't know. I'm pretty sure. I could reasonably assume that you don't know. A lot of the people in chat with me also go to the same Discord as me. That's run by, well, it's run by a different dude. His name's Sharky and he's chill. But, like, it's for fellow artist Daniel Warren. And he's, like, really awesome illustrator. He does these really great painted pieces. Not to be confused with comic book artist Daniel Warren, but let me share with you. Because A, his artwork is beautiful. And B, so is his food. Why? I just want to eat, like, there's this charcuterie board I'm looking at with all these, like, caramelized sausages all over it. Like, good lord. Man. Man, but yeah, just for you guys, look at it, look. Dude, honestly, if it were ever offered, I'd take it. Yeah. If somebody said, I'll pay for your flight, the answer is yes. I would have to also be able to work. I really just can't afford to miss any work, but it'll happen at some point. We'll meet in person. It'll be beautiful and lovely. Um, I'll be out of the hole eventually, and I'll be able to buy my own ticket or drive out. I'd love to drive out. Will and I are going to be driving to West Virginia for Christmas because we want to visit his dad, and that's where he lives, and that'll be fun. Well then, Eric, I guess we'll just have to. I'll just have to pick you up on the way because I think I'm like 2 or 3 time zones away. How far did Kentaro write ahead? Because like he passed away, didn't he? Like I know that his apprentices have been working on it, but I don't know. It's not a situation I'm all that familiar with. Yes, clown car. Perfect. I just want to take a walk around the cranberry bog. He lives nearby. Like I just I feel like I would gain a lot of power from doing that. Plus it'd be really cool to see Ryan in person too. And meet Malka. And go to New York. I've never been to New York. I'd love to go to Maine. There's an artist I've been following on YouTube who has a studio in Maine that he does some TMNT comics from. And I was already kind of low-key looking at Maine anyway, because it's so beautiful, and if I could move to the East Coast, like, that's one area I'd love to check out. But, like, I've been seeing some of the views from where he lives, too, just because that's just not where he lives, where he works, his studio. Because that's where he films sometimes, and it's just, man, I miss trees. Like, really. It's possible that Will might potentially, maybe, I don't know, get a new job somewhere, and then we could move that way, and that would be really cool. I'm just not in a position where I can do that myself. Neither is he. There's not like I would go without him, but you know what I mean? Like, it's starving artist. Hi, hello. Not an honorable position to be in, let me tell you. You know what? This clarifies it pretty well. I'm glad I moved her hand up here. Alright, well, thank you for joining. I will see you next time. I will be streaming for a few more hours, and I am likely going to stream again tomorrow morning, maybe. I don't know yet. But it's definitely going to be an every Monday situation for sure. Possibly every Thursday. Depends on a few factors. I do also have other jobs, but the sooner I do it in the week, the easier it makes it on Thursdays. Time management, what's that? I've read a chunk of it. I read a little bit further than when Griffin did nothing wrong. Into some of the aftermath of that, with Casca sort of completely losing her mind and becoming infantile, and him training with the old man for a little while. some of the creatures that started to pop up afterwards. I don't remember exactly where I stopped. I didn't stop because I wasn't enjoying it. I just kind of got busy, and I'm really bad at prioritizing hobbies. Reading comics being one of them, which is something I actually have to get back into because I'm trying to get into an industry that's very much a well-read industry. Everybody you talk to who works in comics is like, oh yeah, don't you know, like, you've got to read the bloobity bloobity bloppity blop, and they just name drop all the time, and I don't know. I don't want to be a tourist. I want to just do my job and also, you know, connect with people. And I'm missing out on something I used to love, and so why not double down and get more into it? Double down on these hands! Oh, I only gave him 3 fingers. Why am I doing that? Just block those in. It all depends. I'm a woman of many hats, and all those hats have demands. My hope is that between the comic, this one and my own, and some of the other things I've been trying to work on the sidelines, like I've been trying to get work as a mural artist, which could be really helpful if I get gigs. And teaching, that is supposed to be blowing up a little bit soon with some things we've been working on. Point is, I'm hoping to get to a point where I can wear fewer hats. You know what I mean? I think actually that's kind of why I got more into film than I did video games and comics and other reading, you know, mediums. I think it's mostly just because I could just throw a movie on while I work, and a lot of the time it's something that I can watch while working and still get everything. And I'm a big movie buff. I love film. It definitely affects how I try to do comics too, which I think for the better. One of the things I've noticed is when I was looking at some of the artists who submitted pages for this artful clip studio sort of collab contest that they're doing. And you can look at the submissions on the same page as where they keep the information for what the contest is. And one of the things I've noticed is people really like to play with panels and how it functions as a part of a composition and flow of reading. And I think that's cool and fun, but the way you choose, at least the way that I choose, to shape and move panels around is very much a part of how I view, or at least imagine viewing, film camera. Like how it would work if I was moving the camera around or zooming into a particular area or whatever. And that's not to knock on these artists who are doing it differently, not at all. A lot of them are really cool and they work really, really well. It's just a different way to look at them and get it to do what you want it to do. But it's still a science I'm getting more accustomed to. Like I said, like the previous version of this page is a great example of overdoing it. This is when cinema can be too much of an influence. And again, like, way too small, way too much going on. Because I was drawing it like this. And even this has its problems, but... You know, it's a cool shot if I was lower. But it just isn't quite... This makes it look like a kidnapping, too, honestly. It looks like he's under arrest. Yeah, I don't know. There's a happy medium in there between the two ideas. Watch how? An email. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's coming together. At least maybe pull this up a little bit. Alright, where can I fit his butt? There. Just limbs everywhere. Maybe I will go back to having it like that. Maybe it's funny now. Yeah, she is shoving her knee right up his butt, though. That's not really... What if I were to... Just take a whittle. Just take a whittle bit of her. Why don't we just, Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that kind of works. Okay. Let's do it this way. Oh, you know, honestly, I don't know, Tears of the Kingdom didn't look any good to me. Like, I like some of the concepts for the gameplay, but, like, if I gotta watch through those cutscenes, man, like, oh, man. I think we oughta maybe take modern anime out of Legend of Zelda. It just does not work. Or just hire a better writer. Suffers from that voice acting problem I mentioned before too, where I just can't get into it. Yeah. That looks better. It's not perfect, but I'll take it. Yeah, you probably can. I gotta finish Hollow Knight. I got kind of far, and then I started over so I could play Silksong, but I wanted to finish Hollow Knight first because I haven't finished it ever. But I put it down because I got busy. I think I should get back to it today. Maybe when I take a break, I'll go play, and then I'll come back in like an hour. I'm not taking a break yet, though. It's gonna be a little bit. Like I said, I got lots to do today. Most of it is this. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. Nope, still not good. If I were to, like, put his leg up, that would just intrude here. Let's just do it the basic way. And there it is. Problem solved. There's a shoe. Yeah, there are many. There are many. Dragon's Dogma looked fun. I've not played Baldur's Gate yet. I haven't played a lot of, like, modern games. And when I do, I usually pick, like, the really cute, kind of, like, cartoony ones. There was one that came out a little while ago. I didn't finish it, and I really ought to. Called Owlboy. I really liked it a lot. Hang on. I'll link the Steam page. It was really charming, the animation's really good, the story is sweet, and interesting. But I liked it. Okay. Yes. Jolly good. Alright. Oops. The big question, would it look better without them being cropped? Yeah, I'm just gonna shrink them down a touch. So that way, there we are, yes, there's still room and they still read. Guess I could probably rotate his legs a little bit more, but that takes effort, and I don't want to... Actually, I do. I do now. I said it out loud. I knew I'd want to the moment I said it, and here we are. Oh, good. Okay. Sorry, I was waiting for some input from a client on a piece that she wants me to do. It's a pet portrait. And she got back to me. Hooray! Just waiting on that to come in. Yeah. Okay. That's probably fine. Because, like, the ground, I'm just gonna do, like, little bits of this. Maybe there's probably some of that fruit still around. I gotta put that stuff on his head. He's dirty. Quickly put down a shitty grid so that way I can place these. Oh, I believe that it definitely takes inspiration from Berserk. I've seen that opening kind of a lot, and I mean, you can really just see it. Oh man, I almost need a break. I almost do. I'm gonna try to power through a little bit so I can get Bugman in. When I do take a break, that's not like it for the day. I'm fully intending on coming back again within like an hour or so. But I don't know. I got like garbage sleep last night, and oh, that's not gonna work. It's the same level as those feet. I'm kind of flubbing the perspective on this a little bit, as well as the object permanence. I'm definitely pushing it into untrue, but it's okay. I think I'm going to change the design of this bug a little bit too. He seems a little bit too well thought out. Need to make him a cartoon. Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that. I love that. I think we have Dragon's Dogma. I'll have to show that to Will. I think he'd find that very funny. I'll put the bags in a minute. Hang on. Just make him look sneaky. Have him leaning a little bit. Hello? Can I just come on by and take your evidence? Okay, I want to buy a PS5. Well, whoa. Let's shrink him down a little bit because he's too big. Beep, boop, boop, boop. There we go. Is this just like a cute jazzy version of Happy Birthday? Oh, it is. How funny. Funny that this one's in the copyright, because it... I don't think it is. I don't think it is copywritten. I mean, I don't think it is public domain. I think the birthday song is copywritten and owned by somebody. It used to be owned by Michael Jackson. I don't know if that's still the case or not. I'm gonna make it so his eyes are very obviously looking at. What if... What if... Oh, those two dangerous words. What if... Raise you up a little bit. That's kind of interesting and dynamic. Okay, okay. Alright. Might not be cooking, but something sizzling, so that's nice. Leave that alone. Okay. So then, if I take a these guys... Just put them down. Hey! Elbow room. Ciao. I'll see you around. I might be back later. I mean, I'm definitely gonna be back later as well. So, thanks for hanging. See you next time. Yes, yes. It's coming together. Okay. Alright, I got my bug guy in. I got my pose in. I need to step away for a little bit. Partly I need to take a break, and partly because something's going on outside. I don't know if you can hear that beeping or not, but it is construction beeps. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. It's the trash guys. It's trash time. Anyway, I will be back soon. Maybe in like an hour.